So,
Okay.
record. All right. Thank you. All right. Welcome once again. Indeed, a very big privilege for me, okay, to be on this side, ensuring that opportunity like this is coming to you, the farmers. I must appreciate the cluster reps who are helping to get the farmers enrolled in this opportunity. But I must tell you that the biggest winner in this field, yeah, the biggest winner is the farmer, because this project will not happen. The entire environment will not be a safer place for us if we don't have the farmers. As a result, the biggest winner here are the farmers. So you're going to find out why I said that you are the farmer, you are the biggest winner. First, you must understand that it's a big opportunity, okay, in the farm. Apart from you just going there to plant, it's really huge opportunity for you, the farmer. All right, so let's continue. Having said that, now you need to understand that the company bringing this to you is Simplified Hub Limited. We are based here in the United Kingdom, and we are very, very good at what we do. We are sustainability consultant. Okay, you're going to find out what other things that we are into as we make progress. Now, but for this particular one, here is our project overview. Now, we are working with farmers. Yes, every farmer, provided you have at least 1 acre. So we are working with farmers to maximize crop yield, which is a very big concern right now for farmers. And we're using the power, yes, of agriculture, unlocking it to combat, fight to finish climate change. Climate change is becoming a huge menace in today's world. But I tell you, with what we are bringing to you, climate change will be defeated very well. And while we are fighting climate change, we are also ensuring that your farm produce very, very well in terms of crop yield. Okay, so once again, this is coming to you from Simplified Hub Limited. I'm going to find out, apart from helping you to grow and enjoy your good crops, you're also going to have the opportunity to earn up to 100 million naira as incentive. You're going to find out as we progress on this. Now, I love this picture. Here's a lady, okay, wearing gloves, and is saying, "Come on, let's do this together. Let's fight to finish climate change together." You must understand that admission is free. You don't need to pay anything. All right, and I'm sure the quota rep are not asking you to pay anything, because we are not asking anyone to pay anything. Okay, but one thing is sure, you are going to enjoy some very some great benefits, okay, where you are helped to ensure that your plant produce well, because what we are going to deploy your farmland, biochar, is very good for your soil. It will help to retain water, help to retain nutrients in the soil, and they really help your produce, okay, to come out well, very well. It's rather unfortunate right now that farmers are getting frustrated because no matter what they do, their farms are not just doing well. But here comes our powerful agriculture formula, okay, that is coming to you to ensure that your plant come out well. And while that is happening, at the same time, it helps to remove carbon from the air, thereby reducing the amount of carbon in the air and helping us to fight climate change. Researchers, like I did mention earlier, we're a group of researchers and consultants focusing on just one thing: sustainable environmental solutions. Okay, so that at the end of the day, like what you're seeing on the screen, you have green plants all over, and of course, wonderful and bumper harvest at the end of the day. So our innovative project leads to the utilization of biochar on farmlands to benefit for agriculture, improving crop yield. And don't forget, most importantly, apart from the fact that it helps you to produce a wonderful crop yield, to also fight climate change, which is a big menace today in the global phase. Now, having said that, uh, biochar is like charcoal. It helps your soil, okay, to get that nutrient that have been lost. You know, as you farm on the land over and over again, it tends to lose its nutrients. All right, but biochar is that organic manure, all right, that is gotten from extracted from either from plants or from animals and used on your land. And I tell you, once it's deployed on your farmland, it can be there on your farmland for about 100 years. You heard me right. It can be there for about 100 years. That's why you must do all you can to ensure that biochar is deployed on your farmland. I must say to you that it's coming to you free of charge. We are going to tell you why it's coming to you free of charge. Now, once it's deployed on your farmland, it takes carbon away from the air. So the scientists have realized that one of the ways to fight climate change, okay, is to deploy biochar on the farmland. But it's very expensive to get, very, very expensive because the process of getting it doesn't come so cheap. So now the global body haven't known that is good for farmers and also for the environment, taking carbon out of the air. They decided to make it free for farmers. The farmers were giving it to you free of charge. What would have cost you 1,000, 10,000, $100,000? We are giving it to you free of charge. Use it because while you are using it to get good farm produce, it's also helping us to fight the environment. So helping us to get better environment, helping us to take carbon out of the air. So to be a win-win for us. So we give it to you free of charge, and then you apply it. Good for you for your farmland. They're good for us. I mean, everybody at the end of the day. That is why it's coming to you free of charge. And I'm going to tell you more as we make progress. Now, once that is done, there's something we call carbon credit. Carbon credit is a unit, okay, or measurement, all right, for the biochar deployed on your farmland. For every 1 acre of land where biochar is deployed, a carbon credit will be issued, like a certificate issued to you that, hey, this land located in XYZ, okay, place in Africa or in Europe or in America, all right, as the coordinate have been taken and biochar been deployed, for 1 acre, one carbon credit have been deployed. So that certificate issued to your farmland for the biochar that be deployed will be sold. That is why we are there. I'm talking about I think that Simplified Hub Limited here in the UK. All right, we will help you to sell the carbon credit. The money will come to you. So apart from the fact that you are enjoying the the benefit from biochar your farmland, now you don't need chemical anymore, you don't need fertilizer anymore, you don't need any manure anymore. It will be deployed in your farmland. Don't worry, be taught on how all of this will be done. Apart from that, money, extra money, we call it incentive, will be given to you. Why? Because you are participating in the project right now. Well, a time will come that nobody will pay you anymore because people will get to see the importance of biochar and the deployment of biochar, so they won't need anyone to tell them again to go and use it because they're going to find out that it is good for them. So they will have to go out there and source for it. But right now, you are not sourcing for it. It's coming to you free of charge. That is why the project admin mentioned earlier that some big companies, some big farms are already contacting us, telling us, hey, don't give this out for free now, please. We want to buy it. We need this voucher. We know the importance of this, but we want to buy it. But we are saying, well, we are not working by ourselves. We are working with international organizations. And what we told them is that voucher will be deployed to regular farmers and they will be paid for incentives to be given to them. So it is not for sale. So in case you have the mind of approaching us, that we should say to you, we are saying to you once again, it is not for sale. To be given out to all, to be given to all the farms where we take a coordinate, voucher will be deployed at the end of the day. So we will ensure all of that plays out at the end of the day. So once again, congratulations if you are a farmer already involved in this. All right. So I think I've already mentioned the importance and the use of biochar. I tell you, is a huge one for all the farmers across the globe. Before now, the only two countries in Africa, okay, where they are taking this seriously, okay, is um, Tanzania. Sorry, what's the name of this other country? Uh,
Kenya,
Kenya, thank you very much. Kenya and Rwanda, okay,
Rwanda.
following from behind. So Kenya is very big on this, and many of them in Kenya who got to know that this is entering Nigeria, they are kind of jealous because this is not how they've been treated in Kenya. I tell you, it's like they are being robbed, okay, in Kenya. Well, that is for them. But for us in Nigeria, luckily, it's coming to us in a very direct way. So you'll be paid directly by these bodies. Okay, so congratulations, we've got this. It's the first of its kind in Nigeria. All right, so our mission is to produce and provide biochar, all right, for as many farmers as possible in Africa, not just in Nigeria. Of course, they said charity begins from home. So we decided to start from home as we are from Nigeria, though here in the UK. Now, to help farmers get carbon credit and to help sell carbon credit also at the end of the day. And guess what? The money will be paid directly into your local bank, not through any agent, directly to your local bank. And that is why we're asking you to provide your bank details because the money will be paid to you directly. Okay. Now, having said that, this is why it matters to save the planet. It maximize crop yield, food for the nations. And you and I know very well that food is becoming a problem in our country right now. If you would deploy voucher on your farmland now for free, you will be participating in ensuring that there is food for our nation. Healthier environment as carbon will be taken off the air by the voucher. Cleaner water will have extra income for you farmers. Of course, happier society, increased disease resistance. The truth is this, when biochar deployed in your farmland, it helped your plant to develop the resistance against disease. So the disease that will affect other people's farms will not get to you, even if they are around your farms. So they'll be wondering what's happening. Mr. A, how come disease that is ravaging all our farms is not affecting you? That's because biochar will be deployed on your farmland. So do all you can to ensure that this gets to you, and as many as possible you can assist. Don't forget the admission to this is free. Nobody is charging you for anything. You already contributed something. For the fact that you choose to partner with the global industry, to partner with the global society, you're already paying your part. All right. So that is what I'm sharing with you today. And you must also know, here's a question. Have you been enlisted in the fight against climate change while maximizing crop yield by unlocking the power of agriculture? You must also understand that the project is also giving you extra cash up to 100 million naira as incentive. Of course, if you that depend on the amount of acres that you have. All right. So we're going to explain all of that as we progress. Okay. So someone they will ask, okay, how much exactly are we going to get? Well, I will tell you that I can't give you specifically the amount you will get. Uh, the prices of the voucher is actually changing, fluctuates. All right, it can be 1 naira today, tomorrow 10 naira. It can be 20 naira today, tomorrow 15 naira. So the price of voucher, talking about the carbon credit, fluctuates. But you must understand that apart from the fact that you are going to enjoy wonderful farm produce, there is so much for you at the end of the day. So do not miss out. Do not miss out. That is what I can say again and again. Do not miss out of this. All right. So having said that, we'll come to the end of the short presentation. And I want to say a big thank you for your time. feel free to ask your questions as we'll be here to respond to all your questions. But you must remember the admission to this opportunity is free. All right, just find out if you're eligible. That's all. And you must also know that it is powered by Simplified Hub Limited. Okay, based here in the United Kingdom. All right. Once again, thank you for your time, and I want to take you now to the project admin who will anchor the questions and the answers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Engineer Edward. Thank you so much for the presentation. And that's enlightening. That's a wonderful one because sometimes you have farmers saying, I don't understand why I need to be part of this. But for those of us here, I'm sure you've been able to understand what this project is all about. Without wasting time, I'm going to quickly give opportunity for 3 persons to ask questions. If your question have not been answered during the presentation and you still want to, you have something to ask, please just put a raise of your hand electronically, or I don't know if I will be able to see your hands raised up because some of us are in dark places. Yeah, I can see is Mr. Caller, right? Yes, I can see Mr. Caller's hand raised up. Any other person, please? Any other person wants to ask a question? Okay, so I'm going to give room for Mr. Caller to ask his question. Mr. Caller, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question? Thank you.
Good evening, the presenter.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you, sir.
It's a laudable program, and
Sorry, Mr. Caller, please, where are you joining us from?
from Abuja.
Okay, Mr. Caller, you're welcome.
Yes.
Sorry?
I'm joining from Abuja. I have farm in Osun State and in Abuja.
Okay, so your farm is actually in Osun State. It's okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Go on with your question. Yeah?
Thank you. Thank you. I still want to thank the presenter and the people that power the program. I want to know the program is a package from a world body or from an individual. That's number one. Number two, I still want to ask, as farmer, we have registered now, after deploying the biochar, and are we going to be reporting back to you, or are there any kind of feedback we're going to be giving? That's number two. Number three, the incentive that is going to be given, is it annually or monthly? And if we are giving incentive, are there anything we have to give back? Please, I want to know. I don't know whether my question is too much. And number four, can other people still join? Or is it only for those people that have registered now? Can other people still join the cluster to benefit from the program? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Caller. Your question has been noted. I'm going to hand the question over to the CEO to give his response. Okay, thank you. Any other question before we proceed? So we could just take all of them together. Any other person having a question to ask, please? Did I see somebody raising up the hand again? Anywhere? Okay, if we don't have any question, then we're going to just handle that the Mr. Caller as
Hello.
Hello,
Madam.
Yeah, hello.
I would like to call Mr. Oshunde Ikende. I saw him raising his hand.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. Thank you. Mr. Shunde, please. Mr. Ken.
Good evening, everybody.
Good
evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Well, actually, Mr. Kola has asked all the necessary questions I'm having mind to ask.
Awesome.
So the only question I want to ask now is that, is there any negative effect of the biochar on the ecosystem of the land after applying it?
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
So
You're
any
welcome.
other question, please? Any other person with anyone
Good
else?
evening.
Anyone else asking a question now? The essence of this meeting is for you to actually ask questions too. So is there anybody that also wants to ask a question? Okay. So in the absence of any, I'm going to hand
Hello,
Hello.
good evening, ma'am.
Hello, sir. You're welcome. I'm seeing Prince Udo. Am I correct?
Yes, that's Prince Udo, yeah.
Okay. Where are you
Yeah,
joining us from, sir?
Oyo State. Though I actually now in Osun State, but my family is in Oyo State. That is Erua,
Okay, you're
Erua part.
welcome. Are you enlisted for this project?
Yes, link was sent to us, so I joined through the link when I was
Okay,
on there.
it's okay. Okay, go
So,
on. You have a question, right?
that is part of it. How do I know if, because the thing was joined and sent to me, so I don't know if I'm already on the list or not. That is one that I want to ask. I want to know if really by
You are
joining that made me
okay.
instead of
Okay. Oh, do you know who your cluster rep is? Who was your referee?
it's one of our leader from the group there in Oyo
What's the
State.
name, please? If I can recognize the name. What's the
That is
name?
Mr. Adeoye.
Mr. Adeoye.
Okay, sorry, ma'am. I think I registered him already. I've done that already.
Okay. Okay then, Mr. Prince. Gloria has just confirmed. I think she's your cluster rep. So
All right.
you're fully registered. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am.
You're welcome. So that's Oyo. Did you say your farm is in Osun or Oyo?
Oyo State,
Okay,
yeah.
your farm is in Oyo State. Okay, don't worry. We are currently the field team is actually in Osun presently. So we'll soon be in Oyo State. So we'll soon have a visit to your
All right.
farm. Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
So any other person with any question again?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Who are we on to?
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to Mr.
Babatunde.
Omarewaju Tunde Akintibu.
Sorry, sir. I didn't get that.
Babatunde Akintibu is my
Okay,
name.
you're welcome, sir. It's like you joined us late, right?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. I joined late, yeah.
Okay, you're welcome. I hope you're not going to add the question that we have trashed. However, just go on. It's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry for coming behind the
No, it's okay.
behind the
Yeah, it's okay.
yeah. I learned that before we apply this specimen that we need to test whether the land will be compatible. I mean, with it. But I don't know because I asked someone that he also said that he's one of the members that is a member of the association that before we can apply it on any land, they need to take the soil and check maybe the component. I don't know. You use the term the lab term that to know whether if the
It's compatible with the voucher. I think that's a question, right?
voucher, yes,
Okay, it's
yes.
okay. So you want to check up if that's the case or not,
If
isn't
that
it?
is the case, or we can just
Okay.
apply it on any land,
Okay.
and is it also applicable on any product, on
Okay.
any
On any
on,
farmland. Okay. Okay.
on crop,
Okay.
or there are specific crop that
Specific crops. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you for your question. Any other person, please?
Hello.
Hello.
Good
What's
evening, ma'am.
Good evening, 306183. Can we have, I actually called out, I think I actually called you out because I wasn't sure who that is.
You mean my phone number?
That's what I'm seeing on the screen as you're talking, 306183. So I don't know your name, though.
Uh, my name is Joe Zakios.
Oh, Josiah. Okay. So I was actually calling out because I wanted to know who has that so that you could rename. You understand? So I'm just going to quickly rename for you so we give you the right name, okay? We're not calling you
All right.
name. Yeah. Thank you.
I want to ask if we can put a substance on the land that is not directly ours.
Okay. That's if you are not the owner of the farmland, right? Maybe
We
you're
are using the
renting
farmland.
it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. That's
Thank
it.
you.
Okay. Thank you. Is that the only question you have?
Yes.
Is that the only question you have, Mr. Ojo?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. So, we've asked some questions. I'm going to quickly, the ones I can answer now, I will just quickly respond to it. And I'm going to start with Mr. Ojo's question. And I think somebody also asked saying that can farmers who have not been registered in this project also be part of it? Yes, there is no time to lock up the data, actually. We want as many farmers as possible to be part of this project. So, but the only thing is this, if we have had the fields team coming to your state already, they visited your state and they've moved, you're going that anyone coming in from that state, we get into phase 2 because right now we're going through phase 1, coordinates taking. So for example, we've already done Ondo, we've done Ekiti, we've done Ogun. So we are now in Oshun. So those states that coordinates have been taken, the data can still come in, but they will be attended to in phase 2. So we are not stopping the receipt of data. It can come in, but you will just be patient to know that we get to your turn. But if we have farmers in the states that we've not had the visits, let the data come in because we are already onboarding the farmers for each of the states. Okay, so it's still open for as many farmers as possible. All you need to do is get connected to your cluster rep. As I said at the beginning of this, cluster rep are people who connect you, the farmers, to this project. So you don't just get into this project except through a cluster rep. So you need to know who that cluster rep is. And if you have other friends that want to join this project, let the cluster rep know and they will do all the documentations and send it across to us. I hope that answer your question about being enlisted. So it's still open for those farmers who are interested. Now, and somebody asked about what was the second question? Somebody asked about, okay, I didn't have to take note of all that.
Compatibility with the soil.
Yeah, somebody asked about compatibility with the soil. Now, do you want me to speak on that?
Go ahead.
Okay,
I can
thank you
add
so much.
to that when I get
Okay,
to speak on
now
that.
when we talk about this biochar, I also need everyone here because I know that most of the persons we have here are enlightened people. So don't take my word for it. Go and do your research.
Absolutely.
Do you understand? Go and do your research. Don't say Simplify Hub said no. Sometimes I don't give people answer until they've done their research and come back to me to say, oh, this is what I found out. And then I say, yes, this is how it works. This is not a secret deployment. You understand? It's not a secret substance. It's something that you can read up online. I know that there are farmers. If I give, for example, Mr. Philemon, are you here? Mr. Philemon, are you here? I know some people who have personally gone to do their own research on biochar and they can come and say it's better than myself. Mr. Philemon, please, are you here? Unmute yourself, please, if you're here. Mr. Philemon. I know he was here. He spoke to us. Okay, maybe he's gone out. Yeah, because I know Mr. Philemon is a field extension worker. He does a lot with the agricultural sector and all that. And he has told me particularly that this biochar is something that he wants. It's something that every farmer should get. He spoke to me. And we were talking with a professor some days ago, and the professor said we know that biochar is very important, but the problem is we don't have the machinery to get it. That is why we have not been able to deliver it to the farms. This was a professor who is into agriculture and knows so much about it. And he said, for us to find somebody who is ready to carry that Herculean task and produce biochar and then deploy it, then That's a great one. I must tell you that a lot is going on in this project. If you are getting it free now, I must tell you, grab the opportunity. It is a lot going on to produce biochar. Biochar is a natural substance. I've forgotten the person who asked that question. And for everybody, biochar is natural. It's like you ask, what is the effect of me eating pawpaw? Do you understand? You ask, what is the effect of orange? You ask, what is the effect of some of these natural things we take? Some of us are so natural that even when we have ill health issues, we want to always try out the natural. Why? Because we know that they have least side effects, isn't it? So it's the same thing with the biochar. You want to take the biochar and you want to compare it with your manure that you go, your NPK or whatsoever that you go apply in your soil. It's not the same thing. Biochar is produced from natural things around your farm, but the process of producing it is quite expensive. So that produce that comes out of that production does not have negative effects on your farmland. Do you understand? It can only give you the positive things, as in helping your soil, giving you better yield and all that, mitigating against disease, helping your farm to have resistance against pests and all that. So I need you to also go do your Google research. Very simple. Put it in Google and say, what will be the side effect? It will tell you. So the side effect is nothing to compare with what the benefit of this is for your farm. And then somebody asked about trying out farm, whether it's in every farm needs biochar. I must even tell you that one of the farmers who have been connecting with us is running a greenhouse farming. I hope some of you know about this greenhouse farm, where you don't do it on the soil directly, you do it on this thing. That is the person who has even been connected. I say, please, I need it in my greenhouse farming. I need it in my. This is somebody who is not even doing his farmland directly on the soil. So every single farmer, every single farmland, it doesn't matter the crop. Do you understand? As long as that farm is being cultivated, what we will not do is we will not want to put biochar in a farmland that is not being cultivated. It doesn't need it. That's why we always talk about cultivated farmland. That farmland should have been tilled, planted, farming activity going on that farmland for us to deploy biochar on that farm, because by then we know that the soil has been tilled. Okay, so but there is no resistance of which crop needs to be planted. No, whether cash crop, whether the whatsoever crop, every crop planted on that farm, as long as it's being cultivated, can use the biochar. So I think I've been able to answer a few questions. Maybe there are some I know I've not touched, and I'll hand over that to the CEO. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, everyone, for your time. And quickly, I will just say a few things about the response that the project admin gave with regards to the compatibility of the soil and also the effect of biochar on the soil. Number one, talking about the effect, as much as we must understand that biochar is coming from organic produce of agriculture. See that it's coming from animals or it's coming from plants. But the one we are deploying is coming from plants. Okay, so is organic manure that is subjected to high treatment. Okay, so it's processed and it's coming to you. Now you must understand that there's if you take too much of, okay, let me use the agbo that you and I know. If you take too much, it will affect your system. I hope you know that. I hope you know if you take too much. So now what we are doing, that is why science is involved now. We are taking coordinates. So once we take coordinates, we know the amount of biochar that is suitable for 1 acre. Hence, we are following the measurements acre by acre. We're not saying, okay, this is your farmland, bring the biochar, we just pour, we just apply. No, we are taking the coordinates so that we know the amount of biochar we go and produce and come back and deploy. So deployment will be according to the number of acre that you have. You understand? So that it will not overfeed the farmland with a biochar or underfeed the farmland with biochar. Knowing fully well that the benefits are enormous. Then we should not amount to waste at the end of the day too. So talking about compatibility, it is compatible with all forms of soil. And that's why we're asking you, just the way you have access to the internet, joining this Zoom, please do well to use the internet and find out more about Biochar. All right. So you can post on what you know, you can post on what you or your participation, and just go ahead and do your own due diligence. But I tell you, this train is on. A time will come, okay, you will have to pay to get this Biochar. But right now, it's coming to you because the international bodies that needs it, okay, want you to have it because of the benefit to the environment. Because scientists have just realized that apart from afforestation, that planting of trees that will help to fight climate change. Another way to fight climate change is the deployment of biochar on farmland, which is good for the soil and at the same time help to remove carbon from the air. But it's expensive for farmers to get this. Hence, they are coming in partnership with you to ensure that this is done. And then the money, somebody will ask, where's the money coming from? Now, here's where the money is coming from, because you are going to be paid at the end of the day too. You're going to be paid because somebody asked. I think somebody asked about that. Let me see. How often can we be paid? Yes, okay, I'll talk about how often. But in the first place, where the money is even coming from is important. Now, companies, industries who are burning carbon because because of their production, so they are transferring carbon into the air. Now they are being taxed here in the UK, in Europe, in other part of the world. They are being taxed. Now, one of the ways they can reduce the amount of tax that they are paying is to get involved with the fight against climate change. You can see that the fight against climate change is just up there on the roof. Everybody talking about it. So here's what happens. If they help to offtake the carbon credit, if they help to pay for carbon credit to encourage farmers who are contributing, okay, in getting carbon, which they are releasing to the air, but the farmers are helping to remove them from the air with the biochar. If they help to support the farmers, they will pay less tax. Hence, they are all out to ensure they pay more in that area, okay, so they can pay less of tax. I tell you, tax is heavy here in the Europe. Tax very, very heavy here. So that's the ways money is coming from them to you. All right. So somebody is asking, is it that Mr. Kola asked earlier, is it personal or companies? Okay, this is not a personal business, is companies involved in this. It's actually a multi-million-dollar business. Okay. When I say multi-million-dollar business, because at the end of the day, the money is coming to you. Don't forget, I mentioned earlier that the farmers are the ones on the receiving side positively. What you as a farmer is getting is far more than what we are getting, because the companies involved, they say the monies must get to the farmers. Gone are the days where farmers should be the one contributing to the system, contributing to our environment, even in feeding our nation, and yet what they are getting is very minimal. So congratulations, because this is coming to you in a very big way. Companies are involved in this. And our own company that is bringing this to you is Simplified Hub Limited, registered here in the UK. Now, how often can we be paid? Okay. Once carbon credit is deployed on your farmland, you are paid once and for all. Except you have another farmland, your payment comes once you have the budget deployed. You have all the benefits, including for your on the farm there for your crops, and also for the incentive that you will get. It comes once and for all. What are the farmers getting in return? Well, I've just listed out what you are getting in return for your good of for the good of your farm, and also the incentive you will get at the end of the day. All right. Then can others join? Yes, as many farmers as possible anywhere in the world are already everyone in the world already benefiting. And for us in Nigeria, it's the first time it's coming to us. I tell you, you can benefit from it. And some are asking, how come we are just getting to know now? Well, I will tell you. All right, but don't take my word for it. Oftentimes, when we have opportunities like this, Some bourgeois, some persons, they will pocket it. They will not allow it to flow to us. But the way this is designed, nobody can pocket it. As a result, because they cannot be bribed, they cannot pocket it. They're not talking about it. They are not involved in it because nobody will give them anything. But here you are, it's coming to you firsthand. So congratulations. And I tell you, you're going to have us to thank later. And of course, the person who got you to know about this. All right, I think that's all we got here for the questions. If you have more questions, feel free to type them or get back to us through your closer rep. Or if you have our contact, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you once again. I want to push the mic to Simplified Hub Project Manager.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. I think we've been able, thank you so much, Engineer Edward, for the clarifications. I'm sure you've all been able to get your questions answered. Are we good? Please unmute yourself if you're good with the answers. Those that ask questions.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other person? Have your questions been answered? Let me know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
I'm
Caller.
okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. So,
Sister
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So, I wouldn't want to make this meeting over long, just too long. Yeah. But I'm so grateful that every one of us have been able to get our question answered. We have some people who joined us as I was recognizing our cluster rep. We have some cluster rep that joined us though they weren't here when I was calling on them. Mr. Yinka, are you here now? Can you say hi to the house? In 20 seconds of benefit. Now, I'm just going to say a little bit about how I'm so happy about this project. In 2019, I don't know how many of us know about Anchor Boras project. I was really involved in Anchor Boras project in Abuja. I was a big data analyst of Anchor Boras project in Abuja. And I know the several meetings we attended back to back with CBN, with Bank of Agric. It was, in fact, it was a strenuous gathering of data and putting up meetings here and there to just help farmers get the incentive from Akoboras. But I must tell you, unfortunately, this money did not get to the farmers.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I would say this money did not get to the farmers. I won't tell you the inner thing about this thing, but you know it was the Nigeria factor. Some people still got that money, but the farmers who are supposed to be the core of that project, they didn't get that money. Now, I am happy because this is not a Nigerian project. If it was a Nigeria project, honestly, I won't do it because I've been involved in one. I won't do it. But because I know that is why when you're submitting data as the cluster rep, we delete data that are not properly submitted. We delete it because we don't want any. It must be transparent as it is. And there are times people will come to us and say, oh, please, my farmer doesn't have this, he doesn't have that. Sorry. Whatsoever the farmer have, you see the contact of the farmer, you see their phone number, you see everything. You must put it there because this international company, as I told you, they are not just here to come and play pranks. They must ensure that this money gets to the farmer. That is their goal. So when you send in a data and you cannot say where the farmland is, you just say farmland, Kerishi, nobody is going to approve that data. It's going to go, it has to tell us the village, the local government, the state. So cluster rep knows that when they bring in data and it's not completely filled, we delete it. We delete it. So you will not be surprised that some farmers are here, but their data is not with us because it's been deleted, maybe because it was not properly completed. So it's as serious as that, to the little minutest detail as far as this project is concerned is key. Because as we are speaking to you now, not one dime has been released about this project to us. That is because the international community gives you the condition that everything must be fulfilled to the letter. It's at the end of the project that any money is released. So everything we are doing at Simplified Hub, everything the cluster rep is doing right now, nobody was given a dime to do it. So please know that. everyone is working towards the fulfillment of this in our farm. So by the time the international community knows that this has gotten to your farm, they get a proof of it. They do their investigation. They look out for all the transparency. That is when they will release money. So it's up to you and I to do it properly. And then at the end of the day, we smile. Thank you so much. This is what I'm going to end with. And you have a wonderful night rest.
Sorry, let me quickly add to that.
Okay,
you must also understand. Thank you very much for that insight once again. Very, very important. I'm glad you captured that. Very soon, within a couple of weeks, we'll have some international bodies visiting what we have already gathered, the report, the coordinate you have taken already, and of course to also ensure that the right amount of things are put together for the production of biochar. All right, so I tell you, it's a privilege on my part to be doing this, and I tell you, it's a huge opportunity that every farmer should buy into. So if you have farmers around you who are yet to connect into this, please feel free or do well to let them know, because admission is free. A time will come, I tell you the truth, a time will come that nobody will give you free voucher again. A time will come that nobody will give you incentive for budget to deploy your farmland again. And that is when everyone have come to know the importance of voucher, and on their own, they'll be taking it, they'll be running with it. So grab as much as you can now before it's too late. All right. So thank you once again for your time. And I want to say congratulations to you all as farmers. Back to you, our wonderful admin. I'm seeing somebody's hand up. I think about today want to say something.
Oh my
I don't know if you
God.
can still take that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yes, sir. Can we have the recorded version of this meeting so that we can send to those that couldn't attend the meeting?
It's okay, we'll try and see, but I know we have one that we had before earlier, so we'll see if we can send you exactly this one. We'll send you the one we had before. I think that was with farmers in either Osun State or something, or Ogun State. Okay, thank you so much. So I want to bring this meeting to a close by the veto power conferred on me because I don't want us to stay longer here. So thank you so much. Have a good night. We hope to see you. Please take note that when the feed coordinator is in your state, please keep your phones open. Please, I beg you. Because we've had issues with Ogun State that the farmer's phone was not reachable, and so his farm was not captured. Once we give that information that they're in your state, please keep all phones opened. And the cluster rep will definitely follow up on you too. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful good night's rest.
Thank you, God bless you.
Bye.